word that suggests that you don't have power and somebody else has to come and give you the power. But you have everything that you need. All that God had created you to be and to have, you have it now within you. All that is required of you is to unlock it and let it out on the world so that you can add value to the world. So this is what we're going to do. For the people of faith, we're going to have a word of prayer. But for the people who are not of faith, we're going to have some words of affirmation. So we'll begin with the affirmation. And if you're not of faith, that is for you. People of faith, you can say it too. So guess what? You get double portion. Right? Yes. I am bold.
I am bold.
I am powerful.
I am powerful.
I am worthy.
I am worthy.
Dot, dot, dot.
Dot, dot, dot.
No, that dot, dot, dot at the back of it means that I am worthy. Worthy of, and you just keep adding. Everything that you conceive in your vision, you are worthy of it. Sometimes we can have imposter syndrome. I've had it. I had a job the other day where them say they needed somebody with a PhD for. Right? And guess what? I don't have no PhD. But we get to work. I'm sit down among people with PhD. And somehow it intimidated me for a while. And I thought, I don't belong here. That's imposter syndrome. And I had to say to myself, self, you are worthy. And then myself said, yes, I am worthy. And then I started to be the boss. Because I told myself that I am worthy. So that's your affirmation this morning. Believers, we're going to go to the throne of grace and call on our God.
Almighty God, there is none like you. You are awesome. You are excellent. You are magnificent. You are omnipotent. You are omnipresent. And so this morning, Almighty God, we just want to thank you. Thank you for life. Thank you for the breath that we breathe. Thank you for the opportunity to come together and share, to network, to remind ourselves of our worth, to remind ourselves that we are bold, to remind ourselves that we are created in your image. And if we are created in your image, boldly we shall go, because there's nothing that is too good for us. We are great because we are of your image. And so this morning, we just want you to guide everything that we say here. Let the words of our mouth, let the meditation of our heart be acceptable in your sight, our Lord, strength, and our Redeemer. Amen.
Amen. Then we're charged. We're ready to go. You may be seated. First off, let me tell you what this is not. This is not a cut and paste activity. You're not going to go into a book and see a picture you like and say, "It's pretty," and cut it and put it on your board. What we're going to be doing this morning and into this afternoon is actual work. Getting you to think about who you are, what your purpose is, and to align your goals and your vision with who you were placed on this earth to be and what you were placed on this earth to do. Everybody comes here with an assignment. And when we leave without fulfilling that assignment, no matter what it is we've acquired, we have not lived successfully. So we're not going to be about having vision that is somebody else's expectation of us, or because we want to fit in, or because we want to be somebody else's definition of success. You are going to define success, and we're going to give you the tools. We're going to be taking you through how it is that you formulate your vision, how it is you set goals from your vision, how it is that you create a roadmap from the goals that you have set for your vision. Keep you on target and be successful in achieving all of those goals. So it takes work. It's not going to be magic. It takes work. We're grateful for having all of our vendors. Vendors, just stand, and I want all of us to treat them to a well-rounded hand clap. These are individuals who are living their vision, who, despite obstacles, who, despite doubt, decided that they would step out on a limb and do what it is that they were passionate about, that they believe they were placed here to do, and they've become entrepreneurs. Give them a clap again. And so we wanted them to be here, not just to showcase what they had, but we wanted them to feel the support of all of us who are here. And somehow, what they're presenting this morning is about vision and will help you in living your vision. We have books, we have pillows, we have cushions, we have decor. There's neurology that says the more peaceful your environment is, the more successful you are. Because the brain works in harmony with all of your life to bring things into order. Yeah? So we clap our vendors and we thank you for partnering with us. But you are our privileged class. And we're so happy that you have taken into your own hands your vision. That you are tired of not living to your fullest potential, and that you have decided that you are worthy enough to invest this time, the money you spent, because time is money, so it's a whole heap of money you spend, to be here this morning. And I trust that when you leave, you would have left thinking that this was worth it. You already would have received your planners, but we took your email because we were going to send you a workbook to help you through your vision, becoming and living your vision. Treat yourself again, yourself, for where you're going. So we're going to have a working kind of refreshing yourself. So at any point, if you feel like you need some water, some juice, some tea, some coffee to bust the gas, you can just walk towards the back and help yourself, all right? Don't wait on a time when people say, okay, you can drink now. This is free. Be your thirst. Be your thirst. And go whenever you feel thirsty. Now, our first presenter, you will hear from different persons throughout the day before we really start working, because we want to prepare you, having gone through their own process and having learned important lessons. We want to prepare you by sharing some of those lessons, the experiences and the lessons that they've learned from those experiences. Perhaps from one of the stories you can find something, a kernel of truth that resonates with you and that you can use as you forge your way forward. But our first speaker, it is cheap to come here, no? For hotel and everything. It was reasonable, don't it?
It was cheap.
It was right. It was cheap, right. The next one won't be cheap. So try start budget from now. One cocoa full basket. So put your $10 down because $1 don't make sense again. So put your $10 down. By next year, this time, you should have your money. Whatever you save in equity, just bring all of it. Alright. So our first speaker, she's the reason why we were able to spend that little. She's totally subsidized all of it. This really is her vision. I want you to put your hands together and make welcome as she shares a story from how she got from there to here. Twanza Trench.
I'm sorry.
Let it flow. Be your tears.
All right, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Twanza. A lot of you guys are probably familiar with me, and some of you might not. I'm from Augustown, which I'm pretty sure you guys are aware of, the headlines and stuff like that in the newspaper. So, I'm young, I'm 29. Living in Augustown, it was rough, somewhat, dealing with like the violence. And my mom, she was involved in politics. She was a member of the People's National Party. So I grew up in that environment.
Love your mother.
I do. At the age of, well, I lost my dad, I believe, 2 weeks before I was born. I was born in May. He died in April, 89. So I grew up with like the resentment towards my mom, like why me, like why I don't have a dad, like why you picked him. So I believe at age 6, that's the age I remember where I had a goal that I wanted to open an orphanage because of my experience of not having a dad and the emotions that I dealt with. Well, I was still going through the feelings, and I would get like emotional when I see like my brothers with their dad. I would feel some type of way, to be honest. Anyway, in 2004, my mom passed away. CMPND violence. She passed away, and so it was rough. I became an orphan at 14. Then I migrated to the U.S. So it was hard dealing with my dad and a girl. I'm a girl not having a dad. Like it's hard, and then not having my mom, harder. So I migrated to the U.S. and I was dealing with a lot as far as like being depressed and not having the same support as having your mother. Because my mother was a mother bear. So she always showed love, so that resonated with me. You know, the love that she showed us. So it was rough. It was rough. And not having a mother or a dad or the support from family members, I was like looking for love from a relationship. I was in an abusive relationship for like maybe 6 years. And you know, people would be like, oh, she's dumb because she's in an abusive relationship. But I was like, this is mine. And I believe he loved me at the time. And because I didn't really love myself because I wasn't sure, I stayed, dealt with it, and then like I have a son from that relationship. And maybe like in 2013 I was like, nah, I can't do it because I was peeing blood. Like he punched me so hard I was peeing blood. So I was like, I can't do it no more. I packed up my things and I went to Florida. Still trying to find myself, and it was hard, really hard. But anyways, I was always the good kid in school. I went to Queens. I was always getting like awards and stuff like that for my grades because that was my escape. School was my escape. I didn't like being late. I liked to study, and I would just push myself because I still believe in me, even though I wasn't sure of who I was at the time, but I still pushed myself to do better. So it's a lot of times like in school I would get like certificate like every term and stuff like that, like good average, but I didn't have anybody there to support me. So I was like, okay, whatever. And I would see like friends and stuff like that, like they have like support. Even I remember graduating high school, I got an award for having like the highest average in English and math, but nobody was there, or I felt like nobody was there. But anyways, I remember in 2016, I was sitting with an aunt, and I was telling her I wanted to do a non-profit organization. And we were just having conversations, and I came up with Loves Inc. because I believe love itself is very broad. You can get love from a family member, a relationship, your friends, you know, and I believe if you have love, it goes a long way, you know. So I came up with Love Sim. I started a blog, which is lovelit.org. So I blog and I post motivational stuff. And that first year in 2016, you know, I was like, I want to help kids in Jamaica. Because living in the US, it's a lot of resources and stuff like that. So I'm like, I want to help kids in Jamaica. I want to give back to my community. So that year, what I did, I started, it was a game night with family members. Because, you know, if you have a plan, it's best to start with your inner circle. So I did a game night, we played bingo. It wasn't much, maybe like 50 cents per book. And the fund that I raised from doing the bingo, I purchased school supplies, and I went in my pocket, and I purchased other stuff, and I sent it here to Damien. And at the time, I didn't know Damien. I met him through Avra, which is my cousin. So I sent it to him, you know, and that was it. And I was really happy because I'm like, I'm giving back. I wasn't doing it for the recognition or acknowledgement. I was just doing it because of my personal experiences, and I know it will help, you know, it will put a smile on somebody's face. So I did that. The next year, 2017, I did another one, but it wasn't much because I was going through like personal issues, and I have two kids, a boy and a girl, so it's like, have to deal with them, you have your personal issues going on, but I still provided supplies that year. That same year, 2017, I did my first workshop in Florida, which is Be Your Vision. By the way, how I came up with Be Your Vision is because I feel like, it's a quote that resonated with me because I felt like at that time when I had the conversation with my aunt about the non-profit organization Love Sim, I felt like I was living my truth. That was me being my vision, and I felt fulfilled because I tried a lot of careers and it wasn't for me. I always wanted to be a psychologist, and people would say there's no money in it, but I just feel good because I'm in school right now doing psychology. I feel good because I'm kind of intrigued by emotions and stuff like that. Like, I want to understand what people are going through. Like, what can you do to, like, you know, solve the issue or how to feel better. And at that time, I just felt like I was being my vision because I felt good. Like, I no longer have to search anymore to find myself. I feel like I was living my truth. I was living in my purpose. So I did my workshop in 2018, Be Your Vision. It was the first workshop. I just came up with the idea, like, I want to do a vision board workshop because I remember in 2012, it helped me. Because in 2012, I was going through a rough time, and I read The Secret, and it referred to a vision board. So that's when I started using a vision board, and it helped me to achieve like everything that I planned for, you know. So I was like, you know what? I'm not just speaking because I see other people doing it. I'm speaking from the heart because this is what guided me to accomplish my goals. So I did the vision board workshop in 2018, and it was successful. I was happy because throughout the workshop itself, the message was felt, and a lot of people left with a plan, and they were crying during the workshop. And my goal at that workshop was for them to feel like there is a solution to your issue, or as long as you have a vision, you can bring it to life, as long as you're willing to put in the work. Because with a vision board, you have to put in the work. So they left with that, and that's what I want for this one as well. So you guys can get the message today, leave, and be your vision. You have to believe in yourself. That's the most important thing. You have to believe. Whether your circle believe you or not everybody's gonna believe in your dream, you know? And if you don't believe or have faith in yourself, it's never gonna happen. So my main goal for today is for at least 10 people to leave believing in themselves, like that you can do it, that you can be your vision. That's my goal.
Are you ready to be your vision?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Twanza just told you about the journey. One of the messages I got from that is that sometimes we don't understand why we go through the things we go through, but it's part of the purpose. It's part of getting us to the vision. It's the asset that you would use to take you to there. So you may be feeling some kind of way this morning about your circumstance, but I want you to be grateful for them, because those are the treasures that will take you to your vision. You're gathering testimonies in this moment. Thank you, Twanza. Thank you for sharing so openly and vulnerably. All right, our next speaker. Remember, you can obey your thirst, you know. Fix up yourself. Our next speaker have all kind of something. What she do? All Governor General recognize her in, I believe, something. I make her ambassador. Ambassador. Can you believe it? And she's